Yo, 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 what's up, people? This your boy P Rock from the building with the homie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Micah, aka C, capital M to the S,
And together we are.
the Purple Underground. Yeah,
What's up, son?
not much. How's it going, my brother?
It's cold outside, bruh. Real.
Yes, it is. This fickle weather that we have here in the greater the tri-state, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area has been pretty crazy. We done had a very fickle winter,
Yes,
if I
sir.
may say.
Yes,
But
sir.
uh, but it could be worse.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
You
no doubt.
know, so, but other than that, man, I'm doing well. Can't complain.
All right.
Yeah, man. So, uh, yeah. What's up, everybody? We're back. We got a brand new video, so we're gonna discuss the new edition biopic that was on BET. Um, oh, that's been about 2 weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I
I
know
done
we've been
watched it a
meaning.
few times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah, same here. I know we was meaning to get to it last week, but we've been wanting to, just kind of really watch it a few more times and, let it digest a little bit. Plus, me personally, I've been going back and listening to a lot of New Edition music, which I was actually doing that before the movie even dropped, a few months ago, but
Right.
nonetheless, we here, so let's get into it, bro.
Yeah, we'll get into it then. Shit.
Okay,
Overall,
well,
as a movie,
mhm,
I was reserved at first, like last year when they first announced it.
right,
I'm kind of like, I'm thinking Lifetime picture. I'm thinking about the Whitney movie, then I'm thinking about the Aaliyah movie, and I'm thinking like they're doing a New Edition movie now. New
mhm,
Edition is probably arguably my favorite boy band. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Like, I choose them over the Jackson Five, Temptations, all them. You know what I'm saying? So,
right,
um, like, and not only that, for me, New Edition meant a lot to me as like an adolescent growing up and a teenager. Like different phases of my life. Like New Edition was like there. You know what I mean? So
right,
I'm thinking like, I hope they don't screw this up. That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking. Now,
mhm,
the journey was kind of weird though, because I kind of feel like the cards was in their favor, because you had the single, the hit single that they had with Johnny Gill, This One's for Me and You. You see what I'm saying? Which was a hit. You know what I mean? And then,
mhm.
you know,
And that was on Johnny's recent album.
yeah, it was. I think it was on the one called Game Changer, if I'm not mistaken. I
Okay,
think,
yeah, okay.
so
I still need to listen to
right.
that song.
So
Mm,
then BBD drops a single after that, Run.
mm,
So it's like, okay, first of all, they're making great music. They're getting back together. You know, um, and Bobby doing his thing with the barbecue sauce, whatever. You
right.
know, so I'm thinking like the cards are really in their favor. Then the movie drops and it's a hit. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm,
felt like this was really the way a biopic should be done. Because I actually agree with the 3 night miniseries,
right.
because you had so much you had to cover. You know what I'm saying? You had New Edition. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the alt groups, BBD, solo act, Bobby, Johnny, Ralph. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
you see how the dynamic of the group actually play out. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was great. I thought it was great. A lot of stories in the movie, I've heard the movie just kind of confirmed it. We already knew what Bobby was. You know what I'm saying? Like you already knew, he wanted to go solo, and he had issues with the members of New Edition. Um, but there was one thing in particular that surprised me, but we'll get to that, you know, in a minute. But overall,
Mm,
as a movie, as a picture, as a 3 night miniseries, it was great. I thought it was great. I
yeah,
didn't. At first, I didn't feel like the characters that this is before the movie came out, but they were like doing interviews and stuff like that. The guys that played them,
the casting,
yeah,
yeah.
they were doing
Hmm.
interviews and stuff, and I'm thinking like I don't necessarily feel like none of them look like the New Edition members, especially the guy that played Ricky Bell. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like that. And the one that was the closest was like a little drippity drop, drip drip drippity drop. What's his name from
I
Empire?
yeah, I can't think of his name, his actual name.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah, the guy that plays
let's just say
uh
drippity drop,
okay,
drippity drop.
for the viewers, I mean Hakeem from Empire,
Everybody know
because
what drippity drop is. They should know what drip drop, drip drippity drop. But
uh,
he was
yeah,
a great Michael Bivins though. I
yeah, he
thought.
was,
And then like
he
as I
was.
looked at the movie more, all of the cast portrayed them well. I just don't think that they had the looks. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
the guy that played Johnny, you know what I'm saying? He favored Johnny. Um,
Luke, was that Luke James? Is that?
I don't
I
know.
think that's his name. Yeah, yeah. But he's a singer. He's actually a singer.
And then you had the
I think
guy
that's his name.
that played Ronnie DeVoe.
Yeah.
He was kind of on point. Um, shoot. Uh, Again, like the guy that played Ricky Bell, I didn't think he resembled Ricky Bell at all, but he
Mm,
portrayed Ricky Bell well. You see what
right.
I'm saying? Like I thought he portrayed him well. Great actor. So
Yeah.
what'd you think about it, my brother?
Um, well, w when I heard about it, um, when was it last year? That there was, doing the movie,
Hmm.
and that BET was going to air it. It definitely sparked my interest. I said, okay, BET's doing this. This could actually be pretty good. Um, and then once I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, okay, this looks like it's going to be pretty interesting, because just like um, you do get a little skeptical, after seeing some of the Lifetime movies on a lot of our, our black artists like the Aaliyah and the Whitney Houston and well, the Miss Chalet movie was actually pretty decent, I thought,
It
and
was okay. I liked it. It was okay.
it was decent. It wasn't too bad,
She
but
survived Compton.
yeah, she did. Uh, Shout out to Miss Chalet. Um, but I mean, I thought it was a good idea for them to do a 3 night mini series, for the on the January 24th, 25th, and 26th. Um, Overall, I enjoyed it, and for me, it seemed the first night it was good, and then the second night it got better, and then the third it was just like, oh wow, And then when I went back and watched it again, once they re-aired it, I think that weekend and everything, it's just like, yeah, this is a really good movie. I thought the whole casting they did very well. Um, Definitely think my man who plays Hakeem on Empire. I think
Drip, drop, drip, drippity drop.
yeah, I think he made me feel like he was Michael Bivins, and because both of them almost have. a very distinctive voice, like in a sense. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what kind of made that's one of the things that kind of stood out that he really brought that character out. And they both kind of had that kind of real smooth type of distinctive voice. Um, I really felt the guy who played Ralph Tresvant. I definitely felt like he was Ralph to me. It's just I don't know, something about his aura that kind of reminded me of Ralph a little bit.
Right.
It's just something about it. Um, the guy that played Bobby Brown, he did pretty good. Um, the guy that played Ricky Bell, I thought he did pretty good. The guy that played Ronnie DeVoe, excuse me, he did okay. I think when during the performance of I think Poison, when he did Ronnie's part,
Mhm.
I was just like, he didn't make me feel like Ronnie, too much in that part. But that's just
Right.
a little nitpick. But overall, I think he did well. And I gotta say the casting of the little kids, they actually did a very good job too. I like the performance of from night one where they performed Candy Girl.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
was
that
nice.
was a
They was
yeah, I
nice.
thought that was a real good performance. Um, Tank, I think he thought he did a good job in the
Yeah, he did an
movie.
excellent job.
And I'm trying to remember what
Wood
else.
Harris played Brooke Payne.
Who?
Wood Harris played Brooke
Yeah. Oh
Payne.
yeah, yes, yes. Yeah, I thought he did a very, very good job. And overall, I mean the choreography was on point. I really love the performance of "You're Not My Kind of Girl." I thought that
Yes,
was dope.
yes, and that's a hot song as
Yes,
well.
great song, great song. Yeah, we'll have to do a Heartbreak album review sometime in the future. We'll have to do that maybe next year for their 30th anniversary. You know, just a little idea throwing it out there. But yeah, I just enjoyed it, man. I think I mean, they got great feedback.
Yes,
And
they did.
one of the good, yeah, and I mean, not only that, but I mean, this is a good moment for them. I mean, the same week they got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes,
I think
sir.
it was, I think it was the night, the day right before the movie aired.
Right.
So I mean, it's a good look, and they deserve it. They definitely deserve it. I would say between them and the Jacksons, they're my favorite boy band.
Right.
Kind of go back and forth, but I mean, yeah, New Edition's dope, man. I mean, they really are, and I think this is uh, a good way for a lot of the younger generation to rediscover these guys and
Right.
things like that. And it also just reminds you of like a time where there was some real R&B that was still very much alive,
For
things like
sure.
that. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
You know,
And something
mixed
that's
with some
missing
hip hop.
today. And something
Hmm.
that's missing today. Like there are like no boy bands out there.
That too. Yes.
So
That's a very important element that you just said right there. Yeah, but yeah, man, the movie was great. I'm definitely gonna keep watching it and just enjoy it each time.
right. And it's crazy
Uh,
because the one thing that really shocked me in the movie, and I know it shocked a lot of people, but
mm,
before I say that, I'm gonna say this: the scene where Bobby Brown was in the car
mm,
snorting cocaine, getting head.
right.
Like I didn't know he was using it that young, but I could kind of see it. So that really didn't surprise me. But what really surprised me was Ricky Bell's substance abuse
Yeah,
problem. Like
right.
I never would have guessed that. I
Me
never would have
either.
guessed that because he don't like Bobby Brown. I love Bobby Brown, but
Right.
it was a time when he like let himself go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like every time I've seen Ricky Bell, he just never looked like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I never would have
Hmm.
guessed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that really shocked me. That really
Yeah.
shocked me, and I have really have to commend him for letting that go, letting that loose. You know what I'm saying, and sharing his story
Hmm.
like that. You know,
Yeah.
because that's a hard thing right there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So.
Definitely. Uh, Let me just say this too. There's certain things. It was a eye opener for me, which over the years I've heard about. Um, they went through their issues. They really reassured me how dysfunctional that they became.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it also is an eye opener just how behind the scenes of the business aspect and how they got taken advantage of and not knowing like the record business, and
Right.
which Michael Bivins, he definitely became a little bit more hands-on and really, just started learning about, everything behind the scenes. But um, just certain other things like about with Ralph Tresvant, how they were really pushing him and pressuring him to become a solo act where he really it's almost like, yeah, that option is there, but these are my friends, this is we're a group, and I'm
Right.
not gonna do that.
And
And
if that really happened like that at that young age, that just goes to show how mature he really was
and
at
how
that age.
loyal he was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? So I was really
yeah.
impressed with that. You
I,
know.
I was too. And then when they got older, when when Bobby, when he went solo, and then when his second album, Don't Be Cruel, when that dropped and his career just took off. And then of course Ralph was starting to, he was starting to get the idea. And again, with his, well, I guess it was his fiance at the time, or wife or
Right.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was kind of, putting the bug in his ear, like you need to be out there, like what
Right.
Bobby's doing, you need to be doing. So I mean, that was a lot of pressure on him. And
Oh yeah,
then
no doubt.
for him to like the one scene where he played, you know, uh the rest of the fellas, some of his music that he was working on, and how they just sort of like I guess, shitted on him,
Right.
like in a
Yeah, that's
sense, or
crazy.
at least that's how he felt. And it's kind of like, damn, it's like, I'm the
Right.
guy who shows up to every photo shoot, don't miss a radio interview.
Right.
I'm always in the studio, while, they go off and do their own thing or whatever like that.
Right.
He was kind of like the guy who stayed a little bit more dedicated.
But I can understand why they felt like that in their position on that. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. Same
Ralph was
here.
like
Yeah.
the lead singer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he want to go solo. Where that lead him at? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. Right. It's almost
So
like a
I can
situation.
understand that frustration.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like you see it from both perspectives.
Hmm.
It's like they wasn't totally wrong for, reacting like that, but I guess at that time they just didn't understand. But I really felt, and then when it was time for Ralph to drop his solo album, it didn't do what the way that they was probably hyping it up to him what it was going to
Right.
do, because Velvet DeVoe, they dropped first, and I think Johnny, and then
Hmm.
Ralph, and it's like he had
Right.
to follow up right behind them. I mean, which he had a number one R&B hit,
Right.
and
The
I think
sensitivity.
and yeah, with sensitivity, which is classic. I mean, his album did go platinum, but it was sort of in the shadow of like you know Bell Biv DeVoe and Johnny and even Bobby a little bit.
Even Bobby, shit, 'cause Bobby was
Yeah,
still hot.
right. So I mean, me personally, I felt Ralph got in some ways he got dealt a bad hand in a way.
He got the raw end of the deal. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? As the guy that they look to sing leads, to
right,
sing this, to sing do this, to do that. And
right,
I don't even know if that's like something that he asked for. I think it was more like just put on him and it's just something that he just done. You see what I'm saying?
right.
You know? So
And I guess because earlier, when it was young, what's his name, Maurice Starr. I guess he was just blown away by Ralph's singing ability. It's just
right.
like, you know, but
Mhm.
yeah, it was crazy though. And then it just like, and then when Bell Biv DeVoe, when they did the interview on the Breakfast Club, you can kind of sense there's still some rumblings
Oh
in
yeah.
the air, but
Mhm.
they still kind of working things out. But
Right.
it's like damn, man,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, it is kind of good to know that from what they said that they are working. New Edition is working on a new album.
Yeah.
My only question is it gonna be all six of them, or is it gonna be five of them? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is like if you get a new edition album, a brand new edition album,
Hmm.
you can almost guarantee that you know what I'm saying. Ralph, Ricky, Mike, Ronnie, and Johnny gonna be involved.
Yeah, they down.
That's like a guarantee. But is Bobby gonna be like in that equation?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean,
And is Bobby, like, I'm not gonna judge Bobby like entirely, but just off the movie and just just things that we've heard and read, you can tell he obviously feels like he's probably the biggest star, as far
right.
as in the group. But is he gonna be a team player,
Yeah, for sure.
when they do this? And I feel like this is the time for him to kind of have that type of mentality, man. I mean, this is a good time for the the group. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
yeah, you might be Bobby Brown, but you wouldn't be Bobby Brown if it wasn't for New Edition. Like that's the
exactly.
that's the that's the foundation.
Hmm.
So, and I like to hope that he knows that and things
Yeah,
like that, and but he seems like he's kind of got his act cleaned up a little bit. Seem like
yeah,
he's doing
yeah.
pretty better. So, but yeah, but I did hear I think Johnny Gill did an interview with TMZ. He did say that that the fellas will be working on a new album real soon, all six of them.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
And the new BBD Bell Biv DeVoe album is out now,
It is nice. It's nice. I'm loving it.
which I
I'm loving it.
I'm definitely gonna go check that out. So,
Man, I'm loving it.
yeah, 'cause I'm a big Bell Biv DeVoe fan. Still have
Yes,
the
sir.
Poison album in my collection.
Yeah. That new
You
album
know,
is nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, man. So yeah. So if for those who have not seen this movie, you definitely have to check it out. It's a must see. It's worth it. Um, and you'll enjoy it. It's
For
it's it's
sure.
definite. It's definitely going to be a classic, I
And
think.
you know what? And you know what? It is definitely worth that first day Blu-ray purchase when it come
Yeah.
out on Blu-ray. It's definitely
Right.
worth that first day purchase.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. I
Cop
mean,
that.
and yeah, I mean, so far as the groups go, who's done the biopics? Let's see, the TLC movie was good. I thought.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Uh, the Strata Compton, of course, NWA.
Yeah,
That
you know that was great. That was
yeah,
great.
that was fantastic. And then now this, uh, I just seen on Facebook earlier this week or last week that there's talks of the Jodeci biopic
Yeah, I
maybe
think that'd be
coming.
nice.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean, if they do it right, yeah.
right. I mean, my thing with the whole biopic thing is like now all these groups want to do biopics.
Hmm.
That's cool, but it got to make sense.
Right.
It got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It got
Yeah,
to make
and then you got to get the right people. You know, what I'm saying to put the money up to make it.
right.
To do it the right way.
I mean,
You
I
don't want to water it down.
right. Just like I would love to see like a Jodeci biopic
Hmm.
because like it's a lot of dynamics between like Casey and JoJo. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That are not like widely known. Like like KC originally wasn't supposed to be in Jodeci, but then when they put him in, JoJo didn't want him in Jodeci. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a
Hmm.
lot of dynamics with that, man. I think it'd be real interesting. Not only
Yeah.
that, like the situation between KC and Mary. You know,
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
too.
yeah. Jodeci definitely should be up next. I think. I think
Yeah.
it'd be hot.
And I think like Devontae Swing, I think he's kind of a mystery to me, because I'm just real curious. I know what his role was as far as the producer, but like just other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just really curious to what else went on besides just with Casey and JoJo.
Right.
But
That's,
yeah, I think it would be good. So we'll see. It's gonna be more biopics without a doubt. Of course, the still waiting on that Tupac All Eyes on Me biopic. I heard that that's gonna drop in theaters on his birthday this year, supposedly. So
yeah, that should
we'll
be all
see.
right.
We'll see. I
That
mean,
should,
yeah, I mean, from the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be really good.
right.
Because the guy that's playing him, he favors Tupac, you know, pretty good. So I'm curious to see if he's got like if he has all his mannerisms and everything down. Because he has the look.
Right.
So yeah, it should be dope.
Yeah.
So
So yo, people, did y'all watch the new edition movie? Drop us a line in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Give this video a like, share
yep,
it with your friends,
yep,
and we are the Purple Underground, and
yes,
we're
and
out.
yeah, peace.
Peace.